watching the C8 Speed 252 channel, scroll over to the right, click that subscribe button, and let's get into the video.
What's up, guys? What's up? If this is your first time stopping by, well, you know, my name is Clarence, and I want to thank you all, each and every one of you, for pushing that play button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, definitely please do so. Would love to have you part of the community. I appreciate you for stopping by. And if you subscribe to the channel, you get to enter yourself in the drawing that I'm actually giving away. If you came by this channel to see some C8 Corvette content, then you came by the right place. And I got a couple of more surprises for the channel somewhat in the near future, hoping that everything falls according to plan. With that being said, today's video is about my one-day ownership of owning the only C8 Mid Engine Corvette. Now, I have a lot of you guys been asking me, when you gonna make your first video about the car? Well, today is the day where I will make my first video about the C8 Mid Engine Corvette. Now, with that being said, we're going to talk about a few things. My first experience with the car, me picking up the car, how I felt about it, how surprised I was about it, and things like that. Now, once again, I'm super stoked to be able to have this car in my possession because I really do enjoy it. I have driven it already 3 times already, and I can tell you right now, each time has been better and better because I'm starting to learn new things about the car each and every single day. And I've been pushing to get this car for so freaking long. I mean, pushing just to be able to get it and try to put everything in the right place in order to get this car. My budget, my job, my funds, my time, my effort, my energy, my YouTube channel, my life, and things like that, to be able to just to obtain this car and be able to actually say I now own a C8 Mid Engine Corvette, and it's awesome. It's a great feeling, and I got a lot of praises thus far. I got to thank a lot of you guys, and so I want to talk about my first day of owning this car. Picking up from the factory, kind of the museum delivery, was technically the first day. It didn't feel realistic to me until I got the car home. I'm sure you guys probably feel the same way. I mean, I want to go ahead and open up the door so you can see the buttery nice interior right here. And so buying this car has been a great honor, been a great pleasure. I made a lot of great friends along the way, and it's just been freaking amazing. I mean, from meeting the chief engineer, from meeting a lot of design engineer, from meeting the interior engineer, to just talking about this car as a whole has been great. My experience with my sales team, with Chevrolet, and building it and taking this off and that and that. And to be honest with you, my biggest concern when I was actually building this car was the wing. Every other car I've seen in person either had a non-Z51 wing or a Z51 wing, but none of them had a high wing. I only seen a high wing when I seen photos. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, I gotta have it. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, when I was at the National Corvette Museum, I saw a crap ton of cars that only had Z51 wings or non-Z51 wings. And when I saw my car with the Z51 wing, I started to fall more in love with it. And I was like, I don't know if I should put that high wing on or not, because I'm not exactly sure how I would feel about it. But once they installed that bad boy and drove around the corner into the Corvette Boulevard, oh my gosh, guys, I can tell you right now, I was super excited to know that I chose one of the best features on this car, which is the high wing spoiler. Now, I know some of you guys may not like it, and that's okay. If you prefer to have no wing, that's fine. If you prefer to have a Z51 wing, that's fine too. Either way, I genuinely believe you're going to love your C8 Corvette. Now, with all that being said, owning this car for one day has been great. The first day that I shared my experience with this car was with Robert. As you guys know, he actually borrowed my car to make a video with. And like I said before, I'm not one of these guys that's selfish and gonna hog the attention and all that stuff. Like, it's not about the attention, it's about enjoying this car, making connections and making friendship. If it wasn't for YouTube, I wouldn't have as many friends I had now, because a lot of people have reached out when the YouTube channel came about. And, you know, I wanted to share this car with Robert because Robert hasn't had the opportunity to drive one, and he had a not kind of great experience with this whole process of kind of getting this car like he wanted to. So I wanted to reach out to him and say, hey, like, here's an opportunity for you to drive mine. Come on down or come on up to, you know, where I'm at, and you can totally do a review on mine and drive mine. As you guys know, he made a video about that and his experience. That was pretty much my first day of owning it. As Robert was actually making the video, I'm gonna be honest with you, we was parked right here in this spot right there. And Robert was making this video, and as he was making this video, we seen car after car after car literally stop right here in the highway, like right there in the middle of the street, drive down, go to the dealership, come on over here and park right here. Yes, right here. And what happened was, they got out of the car and walked over and said, hey man, this is a C8 Mid Engine Corvette, correct? And I said, yes. And they say, I have never seen one of these in person yet, and I've been trying to decide between this and a Mercedes AMG. And at the time, he was actually test driving a Mercedes AMG, which is, there's a Mercedes dealership right across the street. And so he comes out, test driving this car with his wife, and he said, babe, this was the other car that I was trying to make my decision on between this and AMG. And he hasn't placed his order yet for a C8 Corvette, unfortunately, which means if he decides to do it now, it's probably gonna take a while before you get the car. But literally, this car made someone stop in the middle of the street, drive over and come over and check the car out. I think I might have just made Mercedes-Benz lose a customer. I'm not gonna sit here and lie to you. I think he literally was that excited about the car that he stood over it for the past 5 to 10 minutes, just staring at it and taking photos because he wanted to make a decision on the car he wanted for himself. His wife gets out the car and she says the same exact thing. Like, babe, I think this car looks better than Mercedes. I think you should go for it. 10 minutes later, another Mercedes-Benz come over here. And I'm not kidding you guys. Another Mercedes-Benz come over, but that wasn't an actual customer who was trying to buy the C8. That was a follower of the channel who seen me out here, decided to come over and check me out. And I'm gonna post this picture in the video right now. And, you know, I met him plenty of times before. Super awesome guy, you know, nice people and all that great stuff. We talked about the car. He was so excited for me, and we just talked about the experience. And, you know, he's in the market for a Z06 C8 at some point. He's not in the market for a Stingray, but it was nice that one of my followers who was just literally driving by, come by to check me out and say, you know, congratulations, you did it, you made it, you got an awesome car, you put out an awesome spec, and I really appreciate your hard work that you put on a YouTube channel. And I really thanked them for it, because, you know, YouTube is not just a job, it's a full-time job. I mean, you could do it part-time if you want to, but it's one of those things to where, like, it's a lot of work. It's not easy by any means. YouTube is not easy by any means. So you guys, for all your support you've been giving me so far, I want to, graciously thank each and every single one of you. Literally, hands down, I thank each and every one of you. I really greatly appreciate your feedback, your comments, you subscribing, you ordering merch, you taking the time to reach out to me, you taking the time to email me, and just, you know, it's been awesome. For the people who, you know, left bad comments, you know, that's fine. That's your thing, that's your thing. I'm not gonna let that stop me or none of my other followers from enjoying this car, because my positive followers are the ones who are the ones I would like to meet in person someday. For all the people that have all the negative comments, that's completely fine. You know, leave them down below. That's completely up to you. I can't stop you from doing that. And I'm gonna read them and I'm gonna respond back in a normal way. That's just what it boils down to. But I have a lot of love on this channel, and I appreciate you guys for all the support that you have been giving me. I can't talk about enough. The other great thing, you know, I have experience with owning this car is just the guys at the dealership here. So the guys at the dealership here had gotten one C8 Corvette in, but they haven't had an opportunity to actually go over one, just because of the fact that that car belonged to a customer of theirs, and they didn't want to do anything out of the ordinary that would jeopardize that customer's car or jeopardize that customer getting upset. So I wanted to bring, there's a Porsche, I wanted to bring my car over so those guys can get an opportunity to see the car, take a look at the car, you know, and just get an overall depth of what this car looks like. I'm not gonna lie, I love those taillights. Take a look at them. Bam. And so, you know, that was my whole first day of owning this car. Like, I drove it over there. The guys came out. They took pictures with it. They sat in it. They got an opportunity to see what a C8 Mid Engine Corvette feels like without being pressured or anything like that. And once again, like, I'm not one of these guys like, oh, you can't touch my car, you can't do this. Now, in the circumstances, I wanted those guys to be able to enjoy it, just like I feel like I want this car for us to enjoy on this YouTube channel. And once again, like, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, definitely please do so. I'm hoping to take this car literally across the world so you guys have opportunity to see it, meet me, greet me, have awesome conversations and things like that. I will admit, this car has definitely turned a lot of heads. So I have to say, big up to Chevrolet. You guys did a phenomenal job. I am planning to make a video for you guys here shortly. You know, I want to talk about Harlan has been so freaking awesome. I mean, so amazing. Like, he literally reached out to me and said, you know, he appreciated my video and he loved my delivery video and he loved my response to starting the car for the first time. If you haven't seen that video yet, definitely go do so. I can leave a link down in the description below. I can leave a link up here in the corner as well, and you can guys go check out the delivery process of this bad boy right here. I can tell you right now, if you're in the market for a C8 Mid Engine Corvette and you're hesitant about it, don't be. You get one life. You need to enjoy it. You need to take care of yourself and do what you want to do. If you're in the market to kind of save up for your C8 Mid Engine Corvette, the best thing that I can probably tell you is try to figure out where you can save. Try to figure out some things that, for instance, I personally don't like to buy a bunch of shoes. I don't smoke. I don't drink. I like to eat home most of the time, but I do like to eat out with my friends. And, you know, I don't buy expensive shoes. Like, I don't have on any Jordans right now. I got on high water pants, kind of. But, I mean, like, I pretty much wear the same clothes. Now, I have a decent amount of clothes. I have enough clothes to do the things that I need to do. Obviously, you know, when I go out and hang out with friends and go to YouTube events and go to gatherings, I have those clothing. But to me, like, I prefer to spend my money on something like this because I can create memories. I can spend my time with people who also enjoy cars. Like, as you all know, my friend Mike, which I have lots of friends named Mike, for instance, all of those guys I enjoy spending time with. You know, my friend Mike Bringaspeed, who came with me on the tour of this car, like, we talk on the phone every single day. To be quite honest with you, I never knew Mike until we started a YouTube channel. Now, I started my YouTube channel. I reached out to him over YouTube and we started talking, and immediately we became friends. And literally me and Mike talk on the phone every single day, whether it's about trucks, whether it's about cars, whether it's about our experience, whether it's about work, whether it's about our ups, whether it's about our downs and things like that. And you need that type of friend to push you each and every day to get you where your goal is. And, you know, for that reason, that's why me and Mike always challenge each other to become better, to grow with each other, become awesome friends, and create that friendship that a lot of people don't have or don't create because they're afraid to, or they're shy or things like that. Like, don't be shy. Go out there and get your goals. Go attain your goals. Try to, you know, write your goals down. And that's, if a C8 Corvette is something you want, write it down. Write how you're going to get there, because that's what I do with my goals. You guys, any of my friends, any of my associates, my acquaintances, I tell them I want something and I figure out how to get it done. They will literally be like, Clarence, what are you doing today? Oh, I'm working late because I want to figure out how to get this dream car of mine or how to get this dream item of mine. So I bust my butt. I try to do whatever it takes to get the job done. Even with my small business, I literally, you know, I didn't drop a blue plan. I worked hard at it and I tried to create goals for myself that I can achieve. Create goals, small goals that you can achieve, so that way when you achieve those goals, you make your dreams and goals a lot bigger and a lot bigger, and you keep going and going and going until you get that goal that you want to reach. Now, I'm going to admit, goals can be hard. You know, they can be hard to get, but they are definitely possible. I can tell you that right now. I've never, ever, 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 could never, ever, ever imagine growing up literally hoping to own a sports car. Never, ever in my entire life. I literally grew up in the ghetto where I lived on Section 8 with my mom. We had food stamps, we had Medicaid, we had all that stuff. We had free lunches at school because we couldn't afford to pay for it at school. We rode the school bus every single day. And it was one of those things where, like, I wanted more out of myself. Now, I feel like I'm about to cry because I'm sharing my personal story right now, but I'm not going to share all that in this one video because this is kind of getting away from my whole ownership of this video, but it kind of ties in and is correlated to my experience of buying this car. I literally I grew up being an artist, so fast forward, I was like, this is not gonna help my family get out of the ghetto. I decided to play basketball. So I had 2 plans in life, A and B. A was go to the NBA, you know, try to be a role model, try to be supportive, try to give back, try to, you know, buy a nice house for my family, buy a nice house for myself, and buy nice sports cars. Plan B, if that didn't work out, was to own a business and then try to attain these same things, just on a smaller scale. Now, obviously, plan A didn't work out. I didn't go into the NBA. I played in college and decided to, you know, start a small business because I didn't want to deal with the politics of the whole basketball thing anymore. And became pretty much, I graduated from college and started a business. And my business kind of helped me branch out to owning my Camaro and to owning my C7 and to now owning this C8 and now owning a Silverado and things like that. And it's just been an awesome experience. That's only happened because I set a goal for myself. I wrote down my goals and I made them happen. And you can do the same exact thing. Do not let anyone in the world tell you you cannot do something or you cannot be something. I don't care who you are, where you live, what you do, what you like. Do it. All you got to do is do it. The hardest thing for you to do when it comes down to your own goals is not trying. That's the first step. You guys have to try. Try it. And if you don't succeed, try it again. If you don't succeed, try it again. If you don't succeed, try it again. And at some point, you're going to succeed and you're going to be like, man, I love this. And what you're going to love is not that you succeeded, but you're going to love the journey that you took to get to that step. For instance, like, I love this car. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate this car so much. I love my interior. I love the seat belts. I love the spec. I love the whole entire aspect of this car. But what I love the most was the journey, because along that journey brought me my C7. Along that journey brought me my friends. Along that journey has brought me a lot of smiles, and along that journey has brought me you guys, which is who I'm talking to right now with this YouTube channel. And I can tell you right now, man, and ladies and gentlemen, it has been a fabulous, awesome ride. Like, you know, driving to California, meeting the Chevrolet team, literally taking a leap in faith and driving my C7 Corvette, now actually not driving, trailering my C7 Corvette across the country with a freaking Trailblazer. Would never have thought I would ever do something like that. And the crazy part was, it's like I came to my friends and said, hey guys, I'm planning on driving to California. No, I said, I got this Trailblazer. I want to tow my car every once in a while to events like Pennsylvania, New Jersey, things like that. I have no desire to trailer to California. Literally the first trip and offer that comes up was to California, and I took that opportunity and made it happen. And that is the reason why now this day, well, a little bit before that, is why I know most of the engineers in the Chevrolet world. If you don't leave your home and make yourself feel uncomfortable and jump into an area, if you're always going to be in an area where you're comfortable, that may keep you from succeeding. Go into an area that makes you uncomfortable, make you do things like, I don't know, but I want to try to make this happen. And then you will see that you have a possibility of making things work however you want to work. Everyone on this YouTube channel, I can tell you right now, you guys and ladies have been great. Do not let anyone stop you from doing what you want to do in life. Not a single person. I don't care how old you are, how young you are, woman, man, whatever the case may be. Do not let anyone stop you for achieving your goals. Because I can tell you right now, speaking from existence, it is definitely possible. I'm not one of these big YouTubers who had tons of money laying around, who's going to take their C8 Corvette and do a bunch of burnouts. And this is not taking a shot at any of the other YouTubers, because it's their car. They're allowed to do what they want to do with their car. With me though, I don't have a ton of money laying around, not whatsoever. So I want to make sure that I take darn good care of this car before doing any burnouts. And honest to the truth, I don't think I have any burnouts in my near future with this C8 Corvette. I don't see the need for it. That means that I'm going to pretty much try to damage the car, and then I'm gonna have to buy tires at some point, and that all gonna cost me money, and that's money I don't want to spend. So once again, like, you guys, this C8 Mid Engine Corvette is for our YouTube channel, and I want to definitely take this car around the world to be able to have great conversations with you all, meet you all, have like the best experience ever. And that's the reason why I actually end up buying this car, just because I want to be able to experience the opportunities of meeting each and every one of you and showing you how exactly this car functions, teaching you lots of things about this car, you know, coming to your area, maybe meet some of you guys at Cars and Coffee, you know, meet some of you guys in your states and just having a great time, great conversation, eating dinner. And I have done that plenty of times before. I've had followers that literally live in Las Vegas, California, comes out to California on a business, North Carolina on a business trip and decides to say, hey, like, let's grab dinner. And that's completely fine. I would love to do that. That's the whole point of this YouTube channel, is connecting, meeting new people, getting sponsorships, being a personable person. And that alone is what I enjoy about this entire YouTube channel, because you create a family, which is what I consider each and every one of you as my family member. Like, when you guys leave your comments down below and you guys say, like, I'm happy for you, I'm excited that you did this, you work hard for it, you don't understand how much that means to me. It means a lot. And for the ones who leave the bad comments, well, you know, you help me out too. You encourage me to work harder. You encourage me to try to achieve more. You encourage me to try to do things I enjoy doing, because you're already trying to go against me in the first place. And for everyone on this channel, you always going to have somebody that's going to tell you something different. You always have somebody that give you the wrong information. Always make sure you do your research. Always make sure you do whatever it takes to do to achieve your goals, and don't let anybody tell you anything differently. All I can say is, your dream is just a dream if you have no plan. Remember that. Your dream is just a dream if you have no plan behind it. For instance, if I just dreamed about owning a C8 Corvette all day long and never put any hard work into actually getting this car, I will never be able to attain it. But I had something in mind, I made it work, and I went for it. I drove across the country. I drove to New Jersey. I drove to Pennsylvania. I drove to Kentucky, there and back, barely sleeping, working hard, meeting new people, making connections, and doing things like that to help me achieve the goal I have right now. And I can tell you right now, man, this has been a phenomenal car to drive the past 2 to 3 days. So my first owner experience of this car has been freaking amazing. As of right now, I have nothing bad to say about this car whatsoever. Now, once again, this is just a material item, so obviously there's gonna be some good and bad that come from anyone who decides to buy this car. Just like there's any good and bad that decides to buy a Porsche, buy a Lamborghini, buy a McLaren, and things like that. I can guarantee you right now, there's been lots of bad things that people said about a McLaren. There's been lots of bad things people said about a Ferrari, lots of bad things people said about a Lamborghini, but they still go out there and buy them. So with that being said, like, you guys, go out there, achieve your goals. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of C8 on Speed 252. And I want to thank you all for your support on the channel, and I greatly appreciate it. We got another follower. Well, I guess I wouldn't say follower, but I guess another guy that's scoping out the car, I guess. And your dream is just a dream if you have no plan. All right, guys and ladies, see you in the next episode.